welcome to today's Scarlet Soundbite. As most of you know, due to this calendar year being so sort of chaotic, it caused a lot of controversy with the exam side of things. So it was the 18th of March that they announced that schools would close, which meant that GCSEs and A-levels were cancelled. And before I knew it, it was results day. The government had come to the conclusion that our grades would be a mixture of teacher assessments and an algorithm, basically, by the exam boards. However, insinuated by the number of downgraded pupils, the algorithm was largely based on your area, and your past performances of your current school. So it meant that more affluent areas and better schools basically did better. And as you can probably tell, that caused a huge uproar. And the government eventually went back to just teacher assessment. So our grades would be calculated or given by our teachers. I'm sure you all know that story, but for those of you who don't know, that's basically what happened with exams. GCSE results day was a week later, and in fact, as a family, we were away. We were staying in like a small cottage in Dover, which is really brilliant. We saw lots of attractions. We went on lots of walks. But there was one event where my parents were on a little walk, which sort of made me think. So they were on their daily morning walk, and they came back with the information that a group of refugees had arrived on shore. In that area, because it's near the coast, they experienced that a lot. So they knew what to do. They made them feel welcome, made them feel comfortable. They looked after them. But when I heard this, it kind of made me think of like the whole idea of perspective. Because this group had crossed the English Channel in what looked like an inflatable boat. So clearly not stable. They risked their lives to try and reach a destination which was undoubtedly uncertain. Like, the channel was so vast that they could have been swept away at any time. Their bearings wouldn't have been great either. So the repulsion caused by their current living situations must have been so poor or so great that justifies them making that journey in such a boat to an unpromised destination, because at the end of the day, they don't know if they're going to get there. So when you sort of compare the two situations, it was weird to think that last week or a week ago, I was stressing over some letters on a piece of paper. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 18 says, "As we look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal." In the moment, whatever we're going through, no matter how big or small, seems like the largest mountain to scale. Sometimes it's just stress over exams like me. Other times it's stress over like a dance competition that you've been practicing for. Sometimes it's stress over a job interview that you really need or you really want. Other times it can be like the refugee situation, which seems a lot worse. But this verse reminds us of the fact that our troubles are only temporary. We don't need to focus on them. We can strive for what God has planned for us in the future, because our current troubles are only transient, whereas what God has planned for us is eternal. So whatever problems you face this week, or next week, or the week after, or whenever, just remember that God has a plan for your life, which is bigger than whatever situation you're going through. So that's all I've got today. So thanks for listening. Have a great week.